Hey guys, welcome to Inquiry and week 37. So today we have a little friend that my mom actually brought over for me from her garden, and he's very fast. And I want you to, look at him and see if you can figure out what this is. Okay, so this is some people call them the roly-polies, but their actual name is pillbug. And I want you to think about some of the questions on our slide. Come here, buddy. You were crawling way at my arm. See if I can get you guys a better view. There he is. So see if you can figure out which end of him is his head and which end is his tail. And how do you know? Let's see him really close. Okay, I'm kind of going to roll to the back. How many legs do you think you see? He's kicking them. Okay, I'll give this guy a break for a second. So today we're going to be making scientific drawings of pill bugs. But before we get started on that, I want you guys to learn some interesting facts about pill bugs. You should have already listened to the book. Next time you see a pill bug, this guy is booking. So you should have already learned some interesting facts about it. What's something interesting you learned about pill bugs from listening to the book next time you see a pill bug? Awesome. So here are some other interesting facts. Flip. Pill bugs are arthropods. So arthropods have segmented bodies. And if you look really close at this guy, you can see that there's like little lines across his back. And those are segments of its body. And I don't know if it's a dude or not. I'm just calling him a dude. Arthropods are the largest and most varied group of animals in the world. There are a ton of animals that belong to that group. He also has an exoskeleton. So think about where your skeleton is. Where do you keep your skeleton? Inside you, right? If you knock on your head pretty hard, those are your bones, and they help protect you. But this guy has an exoskeleton. What do you think that means? It means that his skeleton is on the outside. He has a very hard body. Okay. And also, if you could see, and he's very tiny so you can't, his legs are jointed. And that kind of looks like our legs. Our legs are jointed. They bend, don't they? So arthropod literally means jointed foot. Here's some other examples of animals that belong to arthropod family. Insects are arthropods. Spiders are arthropods. Crustaceans like shrimp or hermit crabs are arthropods. And that's what this guy is actually the most like. And then centipedes and millipedes are arthropods. If we were in our classroom right now, we would be putting this guy and this guy right here, this millipede, into an aquarium. Or I'm sorry, in a terrarium. Pillbugs are also known as isopods. So iso means equal. That's a word that you know. And pod is a word that means foot. So it means he has equal feet. They have the same number of feet on each side of their body. And I want you to look really closely at the scientific drawing, because in a minute I'm going to ask you to draw a scientific drawing of a pill bug. So look very closely. What do you think these arrows are pointing at? What do you think? Oh, we can already see what these arrows are pointing at. This is another important body part we need to notice. And then, why do you think they've drawn this diagram? So here is a scientific drawing of a pill bug that we are going to try out in just a second. So notice that the legs are included, the body segments are included. They've even drawn in the eye and the antenna. And then they thought it was important to draw this because this is how our pill bug protects itself. It rolls up into a ball, looks like a pill, and that's how it keeps things from eating it, and that's how it stays safe. See if we can get him to do it right now. He said he's not scared of us. Okay, I'm putting big screen. I don't know if it would. Silly.
It's not.
He's really not scared. So I'm going to make an attempt to make a scientific drawing. I want it to be accurate. I want it to be big because this is a giant piece of paper and a little bitty organism. I want it to be colorful. I want it to look like the actual organism that I'm drawing. And then I want to make sure I add lots of details and explain with labels what they are. So the first thing I'm going to try to do is I'm going to make him big. So I'm going to draw kind of a dome shape. Where you going, dude? And draw him a rounded. I like this kind of top view thing that we've got going on because that's the view I have. It kind of looks like a tiny black pickle. That's scientific, right? And I'm using a pen because it helps you guys to see what I'm doing. But if I were doing this in my backyard while looking for roly-polies or anything else to draw scientifically, I would use a pencil. That way if I make a mistake, I could fix it. All right, bud, let's see. Let's add his body segments. So I just want to go through and add some lines. I'm kind of counting. I feel like there's kind of like 15-ish. So if I get close to that, I feel like I'm being pretty scientific. Now he kind of looks like my drawing looks like a carrot. Uh-oh, I flipped him over. Sorry, bud. Okay. Come here, friend. I can't draw you if you don't sit still. Okay, now I want to add these antennae here. They kind of go out in either direction. And I can't see this. Maybe if I had a hand lens I could, but I know from our research that it has eyes like right here. And I don't want to make them too cartoony looking. And then I noticed from our research as well that it has equal legs, one set of legs off of each segment. So I'm going to add, I don't think he's on my dry erase board. I don't think he likes the way it feels. He's moving really strangely. Now the good news for this one, if you're not much into color, is he doesn't really have a lot of it. So I could go back in with my black crayon and shade this black, or maybe a dark gray, I think would be scientific. Boop. What do you think? Too many? It's a lot of legs. Well, how many legs does he have? I can't count that many.
From our research.
Oh, what did it say?
14?
Did it?
Or 16.
Okay, so I just learned something very important that I did not know from my research, but my sister was helping me out. And she just read that roly-polies that are full-grown have 14 legs. So 7 on one side and 7 on the other. So I cut off the back half of my picture. And a little bit, I'm going to tape a little piece of paper here and kind of fix it. But that's cool. You can go back to your scientific drawing as you research and add details that are accurate. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. So we can go back and shade him. We have his antenna, we have his legs, we have his eyes. Looking very closely. I think the only thing left to do is to add labels that explain what things are. So a label is even easier to read when it has an arrow. So I'm going to draw an arrow, and then I'm going to add a label. I need help spelling antenna though. A-N-T-E-N-A. Oh, 2 N's. That didn't look right.
A.
Okay, antenna. If you're in Miss Ward's class, you know that she doesn't know how to spell, and it's her best challenge. Okay, the legs. 3. Doot, doot, doot. Add a label of legs. Let's make a little arrow. Don't jump, buddy. Ooh, maybe eyes. Oh, I know something important we should label. His segment. Now, keeping a science journal, a field journal where you go out and you draw things, isn't about being perfect. It's not about spelling. It's not about having it exactly right, even though you are going to learn some new things and make some changes. What I want you to think about when you're out observing nature is just be a part of it. Notice things that you haven't noticed before. When was the last time you spent 20 minutes hanging out with a roly-poly and drawing its picture? It's just a great way to learn more about the world. So don't worry if it doesn't turn out exactly right. It's all about having a good time. Okay, I have one more thing I want to show you before I let you go. This is the last thing I wanted to show you. I finally was able to create an aquarium habitat inside of a mason jar. So my mom and dad, they have a pond in their backyard, and some toads came along and laid some eggs in their pond, and it is very hard for me to... And they brought over some little friends that hatched out of those eggs. Can you guys see that guy? Sorry, I've been digging in the dirt all day, so... Oh, there's a good one. Do you know what that is? It's a tadpole. So I wanted you guys to get a good look at him. If you want to make a little sketch of him, all I can see right now is that he's black, or she is black, and she has like a tail, and she has a big round body up top. If you look really closely, we were thinking we saw something that looked kind of like legs, but we weren't sure. There's 3 of them in here. Oh, there he goes. Go, lady, go. She's a good swimmer, isn't she? So strong, using that tail. So I thought I would show them to you this week, and then next week for inquiry, we could look at them again and talk about how they have changed. They're so funny. They hang out on the bottom, and then all of a sudden they go shooting around the jar. All right, that was the other thing I wanted to show you. All right, guys, I hope you have a great week. Talk to you soon. Bye.